So I just sat on a live town hall for an hour waiting to ask Representative Bonimici three questions. Um, this isn't the first time that I haven't been able to ask a question in a town hall. Excuse me. And I think that it's a lot of times because the screeners want questions where representatives can stick to their talking points and they don't actually have to give real answers. I listened to Representative Bonamici talk for an hour about jack shit. She gave non answers to real questions and real concerns by Oregonians, and she didn't answer them in any real, meaningful, or actionable way. And it makes me angry as a lifelong Democrat, as somebody who's been a Democrat since before I could vote. This is infuriating to me because we are supposed to be the party of the people. And what I witnessed today was a politician trying to keep her seat. And I have been an outspoken advocate for Democrats forever. You know, I argue with my friends on the left about the importance of voting, the importance of becoming civically engaged, civically minded, all of those things. But truthfully, if I were not an informed person or somebody who was already engaged, I would be frustrated listening to this. I would be frustrated, and I can understand why people would gravitate towards a message of populist authoritarianism because at least they're saying something. It may not be anything good, but they're saying something. And Democrats are giving non answers and non committal answers. And, oh, it's just terrible that ICE is invading our cities and terrible that the Trump administration is sending soldiers into civilian areas. But, I drove past ICE the other night and I saw that there were like 5 protesters and a frog. So I don't think we need them here. Well, what are you fucking doing, Suzanne? What are you doing? You sit on, I had a list. I can't find my list. Here we go. Suzanne Bonamici is the ranking member on the Secondary Education Committee, the Higher Ed and Workforce Committee. She's on the Technology Committee. She's on the Oversight fucking Committee. Like, she definitely has some power, some ability to write some fucking bills. So what is she doing? Whew, sorry. It's super frustrating. So, I have 2 things that I want to say. And then I'm going to make another video and actually ask the representative my questions. And she can choose or not choose to answer them. First and foremost, I think if we want real change, like real change, we need to be primarying everybody from the left on both sides of the aisle. It needs to be a primary from the left to a Republican incumbent and a primary to the left to a Democratic Republican. Because at this point, what we need are candidates that are actually going to do something. And wherever those primaries are going to work is where we need to do them. So there should be left candidates primarying both parties. Because I guarantee you, a populist left candidate on the right is going to get more votes than a Nazi scum. Because the majority of Americans just want their lives to be better. So my advice to all of my anarchist friends and, all the other people out there that refuse to vote, and when I say run for office, refuse to do it, go fucking run for office and primary both candidates from the left. Quit just focusing on Democrats. Focus on Republicans too. If we want real change in this country, it needs to come from both sides in. So primaries. Secondary, if you are in office, can you please And I cannot stress this enough. If you are a Democrat, get your messaging together. There is no excuse for a congresswoman with as much experience as Suzanne Bonimici today making the 4 or 5 gaffes and misrepresentations that I wrote down in my notes. If I were in a debate with her today, I would have completely taken her down. So I would encourage comm teams to get their shit together and prep your candidate. Get some talking points, pivot to the talking points, pivot again to the talking points, pivot again to the talking points. Quit doing this like wishy-washy, passive-aggressive, let's hug everything and everyone. Pivot to the talking points. We know how to do this. Do it. So that's what I have to say. And now I'm going to make another video and ask the litany of questions I have, not only for Representative Bonimici, but for the entire Oregon delegation, because I would like to know, as your constituent, how you're going to earn my vote and how you're going to keep me from running against you. Because what I heard today gave me absolutely no confidence in the Oregon delegation. And I feel like it is really time for a new set of leaders to step up to the plate and take the reins. So, how are you going to keep my vote? How are you going to keep me from challenging you? That is what I want to know. And with that, stay tuned for part 2.